Hello everybody, hope you're well. So in this lecture, I will start a new lesson about Next.js layout. So what's layout actually means? So yeah, let's take a look at this website. There is a top bar, a sidebar, and there is another the page, each page tags, and you can go to the bottom. There is a footer, and all the content of this page come at the middle. So the structure of this page is there is a header, sidebar, and a page content at the left bar, and there is a footer. If you go to other page, look, the content of the pages are changing, but all the structure like top bar, sidebar, and the right sidebar for page content, title, and the footer are all the same. Just change the page content. So whenever you build a page, build a web application must follow a structure. So there might be top bar. This is actually called top bar, top navbar, and there may be sidebar or side navbar or left bar where you can indicate something, or someone can make some advertisement here, and there will be a footer. So this is the basic structure of a web page, but you can customize it. You may omit the this left bar, or this right bar. Also you can omit this. Also if we go to this, look at that, there is no left bar but right bar, and there is a footer here. So a group of pages, a group of pages or a group of route may have different style, may have different layout in your web applications. So we need to achieve it in our Next.js application. So however, we can build this style in an efficient way by reusing our code or reusing our UI. So we will learn about it. So let's take a look at some of the slides. So Next.js app router layout. So I have defined a basic structure of web pages. So look at that. A basic web page has an header, footer, and the main content area. You can also add a sidebar on the main content area. In the previous example, Next.js official website, you shows that there is a header, footer, and there is a sidebar, a left sidebar and right sidebar also there. So we can achieve this whatever the layout is, whatever the header, footer, or sidebar or right sidebar, we can include it or exclude it in our code. So let's jump to some of the slides and show what's layout and how this actually works. So basically a layout is an UI that is shared between multiple routes. So it's an UI, just an UI. So we can share between multiple routes or multiple pages. So if it's shared between routes, then it will automatically attach to the pages. So there is one route layout that will be wrap all other the layout and pages. So in Next.js application, basically there will be one route layout, and we can define other layout also. The route layout will be shared route layout UI all other layout and pages. So sharing depends on the layout and route scopes. So actually when you define a layout, the layout code will be shared depending on the layout definition, or where we define the layout in our project file folder or the route. The layout can be defined using .js or TSS extension. Actually layout is a React component, so we can define it using JSX or extension. So only the route layout contains HTML and body tag. So the route layout will be contain HTML body tag, and other layout did not contain HTML and body tag. Defining a layout inside route folder, then layout will drop the page UI. So if you define a layout inside a route folder, so that layout UI will be automatically available inside the pages. By default, layout are server component, but you can make it client component also. You can fetch data inside layout using API call. So normal component that fetch data using data fetching. Also layout can fetch data inside layout component. But passing props or data from one layout to another or parent to child is not possible. So layout is not work like the conventional component in React.js. So you cannot pass any props, or you cannot make any prop dealing, something like that. So if you also define custom layout UI for a specific route group, you can make a route group and define the layout and UI design there. So in the previous web page, we show that the road documentation share a layout, like there is a top bar, footer, and sidebar and left sidebar also. But when you go to the home page, there is only a top bar and footer. So you can define a layout group and structure the layout inside this group, and all the pages in this group will share a layout. And other layout group, you can define other layout, and also this page, and also the pages defined in this group will share a layout. So creating a layout, so we have to follow some convention before creating a layout. So in the previous lecture, I shows about how to create a pages. So we have to use a special file name called page.js or tss, whatever extension you want to use. So we create a page.tss file called creating a pages. So for creating a layout, we need to create a layout.tss file. Also, you can change the extension, whatever language you're using in the Next.js project. So you can we can name anything in your layout component. So we have layout actually a component, so we have to define the component name. So whatever you want to define the component name. And one thing, that layout also a default export component. So also defining a layout inside a route group will be shared this route group pages only, and also apply the route layout UI. So basically, when you define a layout inside a route group, so this layout UI must be shared between the pages, and also the route layout UI will be shared between this layout and the pages. So let's take a look at layout syntax. Layouts will a default export component and pass a props by Next.js by default named as children, and it will be rendered inside the layout. So this is the syntax of the layout. So this is default export component, function component, and this a children props will be by default passed by Next.js, and this children is a React node. So we have to return these children in the layout, inside the layout. We can also define other UI logic, like we didn't change anything, but we can define the UI inside this, and this UI will be shared by these children.